So numbers, the average sales price is
This
up.
is for the month of July, it looks like.
Yeah, July. This is year over year. 20% average day. No, sorry. I'm having a hard time reading that one there. 20 average days on market. See, now this is funny. You know what? I always have to say this, and I posted this on Instagram today. When you see these numbers, just don't think that applies to anything like necessarily to you, because every neighborhood is different. Every home is different. And like, this is everything. So, I mean, I know that they have to do that, and that's just how the stats normally work. And people just get up in arms about these numbers. 840 sales for residential homes last month, and that's down 34%. Like, big time, like, sales numbers are down. Prices seem to be steady, but I don't know.
Now, to your point, Greg, sorry to cut you off. To your point just now about you stating those numbers, days on market, is citywide. It depends on the area, and I just wanted to kind of touch on that to give an example that this week I had a client buying a semi-detached in the Glebe, 4 offers on it. A day of accepting offers. It sat on the market for 4 days. Every to that point, some areas will sit longer. Some will be longer than that 20 days. Others will be, they're just as desirable or not changing as far as how many days on market something is sitting. So I think to what you're talking about, it's really look at your individual area. If you're thinking about selling and you're talking to your neighbor across the city, it's going to be much different than where you are.
Totally
exactly
different. And like right now in Orleans, there's way more bang for your buck in Orleans when it comes to anything. You're paying a $50,000 premium to live in Canada or Barhaven almost. So, and I've said it before on the show, like when the market changes like this, from what I've seen in my experience, the East End usually gets hit first, then it just kind of moves through the city. And then the same thing happens when it comes back up. Orleans starts and then it goes over there, and it's just like this weird little wave that happens. I've seen that a few times now.
On that chart, though, I mean, the most glaring number to me was that the home price itself was still up 5%. Like, the average home price was still up 5%. So sales are down. Days on market are up.
Blows my mind too. My mind too.
The other thing I saw was.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was just trying to remember the numbers that I had last week, year over year, where I was saying that like the numbers were almost the same as last year. So when I see that, I'm kind of like, it's vague, obviously. But
I have to say, though, driving around the city this weekend, I was out at my brother's I'm in the far west, basically near the Scotiabank Place or whatever it's called now, Corral Center, always be the Palladium to me. And then he's out past Trim. So, I mean, literally drove across the whole city. But noticed a lot of developments, like even in his little neighborhood, in my neighborhood, there's just a lot of new developments popping up, which is good. I think that'll just help again with the current supply issue. Now, I guess that's the other thing too, is we keep talking about how much supply there is, and it's making people sit on the sidelines. This is kind of in the short term. Like, there is still at a high level with the amount of people immigrating here, like, we still have a shortage of available homes. Like, there still does need to be homes built. And I think I had someone this week say that they heard the show and like, oh, it seems like the supply issue has been fixed. I just want to be clear that it's not. There was kind of a double supply issue. There wasn't enough listings, and there also wasn't enough homes. Now there's lots of listings, but we're still short on homes. So it's not. It wasn't just a net of homes get listed, and now all of a sudden there's no more supply issue.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe, because we'd really like that.